So I'm back inside Infinite Warfare. Needless to say, I fucking suck. Never in a million years did I think I would ever say this is easier than this. I mean, sure, this is a little more terrifying and a much better setting. I prefer it, but this is a lot more challenging. It just surprised the crap out of me of how different these two game modes play. But anyways, back on topic. I'm a little sick if you guys can't tell, so I just want to apologize ahead of time. As if I wasn't monotone enough. This is the only level of emotion I can elicit from, so I'm sorry. Just get used to this tone of voice for a while. But like I was saying, I've been so involved. Well, involved is a little bit of a strong word. I've been playing more of World War II Zombies for the sake of it being newer, and I figured I'd hop back on in Infinite Warfare just to kind of compare the two, and there is a world difference. I mean, in my personal opinion, Zombies inside Infinite Warfare was this game's saving grace, and I know a surprisingly large number of people thoroughly enjoy the multiplayer, and that's fine. You know, I'm happy you enjoy it. Personally, I enjoy World War II's multiplayer more than Infinite Warfare's, but that's really not saying much. But I really don't want to get into that. Instead, what I wanted to do today was kind of go back and give first impression comparisons between Nazi zombies and zombies in Spaceland. Now, I really don't want to go too in depth. I think that's something for another day, because if I go in depth, I want to go in depth and, you know, compare wonder weapons, compare Easter eggs, so on and so forth. But before I throw that video out, I want to make sure that it's absolutely perfect. So I am working on it, but that's all for another time. Today, I want to talk about the things that Infinity Ward, in hindsight, actually nailed when it comes to zombies in Spaceland. Now, the majority of people, myself included, would argue that Zombies in Spaceland is the definitive map to experience what Infinite Warfare Zombies has to offer. Now, yes, these DLC maps are good in their own ways, but I really think it's Spaceland that epitomizes all of it. Infinite Warfare's wackiness, the diverse enemies, the wonder weapons, and just how big, complex, and fun this map really just is. The atmosphere alone was enough to keep me playing for quite some time, and as a matter of fact, it was the only thing that kept me playing in between the game's launch and DLC 1, once I was finally starting to get bored. But the thing that really stands out to me, even after a year of the game's launch, is the elemental bullets that you can fire with the arcane core. Now, at first, yes, this is something very simple that can very easily be overlooked, but once you take, again, a newer game into consideration, you realize how much replayability that these arcane cores actually gave Zombies in Spaceland. And let's just remove all the wonder weapons out of the equation. Think of every time you played and you got an arcane core and you got an element thrown onto it. At least half my games I spent at least trying to get an arcane core and never bothered with a wonder weapon. And that's not even counting experimenting with each element on each gun that you were able to put an arcane core on top of the various ways to acquire tickets in order to buy an arcane core. You can run wild in the Astro Arcade, go activate a trap, try to get as many tickets that way. You can ride the Polar Peak roller coaster, which for some reason still gets copyright strike. Spaceland literally is a theme park with players in mind, for you to enjoy just the gameplay and the experience of surviving. And this is something that I feel like Call of Duty is slowly starting to forget. I felt that way inside of Black Ops 3, which is why I say Black Ops 3 Zombies is underneath Infinite Warfare Zombies, and I think Sledgehammer's starting to do the same thing, is focusing more on story and more on cinematics versus the actual gameplay, which is what initially made Zombies so great. You know, here's some weapons. There's a pack-a-punch machine if you need them a little bit stronger. Now try to survive. And another thing that Zombies is starting to do is be a lot more forgiving. At least with Nazi Zombies, I see this. Spaceland kind of had the same thing where you have much bigger lanes and you're given much more freedom to train. And this was something that people were able to take jabs at because it was a little more forgiving compared to Black Ops 3. But like I said at the beginning of the video, going from Nazi Zombies to Infinite Warfare or even just Spaceland, you can immediately tell a difference. There's no camouflage. There's no free fire to save your ass. If you fuck up, you're on your own. I don't know, just kind of going from the newer game back to Infinite Warfare, it's weird. I'm kind of tired of Infinite Warfare because I played so much this last year, but at the same time, it's so much more interesting and engaging than Nazi Zombies. There's just something that Infinity Ward was able to capture in terms of gameplay and actual fun, which is much more important than anything else when it comes to a video game. Anyways, kind of random, I know, but I just decided to hop on Infinite Warfare. I played a game of Zombies in Spaceland. I got my ass kicked in the beginning. By round 10, I was like, what the fuck? It was like a completely different game. And, you know, I just started playing a little bit more, and it just took me back. You know, I really hope that moving forward, Sledgehammer, maybe even Treyarch, learn from Spaceland. I mean, if they can remove the wackiness, but just keep the same replayability and level of fun, then I think those maps would just be home runs. But anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If there's anything else you guys want me to do in terms of other games or anything like that. Please let me know. Share that stuff down in the comment section. Well, my name is Cynic. I love you guys all very much, and I'll see you all tomorrow, or maybe even later on today, with a brand new video.